Hi guys, John with SP California Bushcraft. Hope you're all doing well. In today's episode, we are going to be looking at a brand new coffee press from Stanley. The Stanley coffee press. So stick around. Alright guys, so today for this episode we're going to be checking out the Stanley Titanium Pot Series, and this is by Stanley. This is their stainless, the Stanley coffee and French coffee press, and I do have to say that when I first got my hands on it, when I first saw this thing on REI's website, I thought, I don't know, I mean, is this really something I'm going to use? But then after I got it out of the packaging, after I started messing with it a little bit, looking at the features, I thought, you know what? This is a fantastic piece of gear. I mean, REI has definitely come a long way when it comes to, what am I saying? So I'm sorry. Stanley has definitely come a long way when it comes to their particular coffee, when it comes to their gear, and when it comes to their camping gear. Now, I definitely want to send a shout out to Catch and Release Reviews. I also want to send a shout out to Wingman 115, and of course the Survival channel. Those are the three channels in which first popped up when I heard about this particular coffee pot, when I started doing my research and everything. And it looks like my fire is starting to die down just a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and put some more wood in the fire. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I'm getting the fire ready because I want to go ahead and cook me some dinner, and I'm also going to fix me up a nice fresh pot of hot coffee. Obviously, in case you guys are wondering, I'm in Steckel Park. A lot of graffiti around here, but you know what? This is not going to deter me away from doing this review. So first of all, let's talk about the basics. So obviously, the coolest thing about this is the fact that it's a coffee press as well as a water carrier. This does have a very nice 17 fluid ounce coffee pot, which does have a very nice handle to be able to pick up the coffee and dump it down. Now the one thing, now I do have to give a lot of credit to Stanley for the handle. I was kind of skeptical about the handle, where I don't know if it's going to last, but as you can see, it is very, very tough. Now to release the handle, there are two yellow green squeeze points on the sides of the handle. So you basically squeeze, comes right down back into itself, and then you pop it back up again, and it locks right in place. Second thing obviously is going to be the filter right here, so we're going to go ahead and unscrew the filter. Now the filter itself is very, very nice. I actually do like the style of the filter right here, and then it's got these groove marks in which coincide with the coffee pot. So when you drop your coffee press directly into the pot, if you match up the holes here, it will actually lock into place, and as you can see, that's not going anywhere whatsoever. No matter how hard I try to jiggle that out, it's not going to go anywhere unless I unlock it. So we want to go and leave that out for right now. The canteen itself, this is double wall insulated, so obviously I cannot put this in the fire, which is fine with me, but it holds a good amount of water. I actually put a full water bottle that was 16.9 fluid ounces, and it filled up this bottle with no problem whatsoever. One thing I do recommend with this bottle is that you don't fill it to the top, because the water will seep out if you try to fill it to the top. Second part we want to look at here is going to be the actual lid itself. And now this lid right here are two coffee cups, which I think is very, very cool. So two coffee cups that combine together to make the actual lid that sits right on top of the pot. That's awesome. That on top of the canteen here, that's very awesome. So very cool. We're going to be testing one of these out too today as well. See how the insulation holds up. Second part of this is definitely going to be the cap of the pot. And this water has been in the refrigerator. So before I put this into the bottle, it was in the refrigerator pretty much all day yesterday, and I just put it in this morning. So let's give it a little taste test. Still nice and cold, even after a little sip. Still pretty cool. That's pretty good. Now, getting back to the actual filter itself. Now, you may think that this is just a regular lid for the coffee pot, but this is actually a container for the coffee grounds. As you can see, there's about 4 tablespoons of coffee grounds in this little container here. Now, before I left this morning, I went ahead and tested out just how many tablespoons of the coffee grounds I can actually put in this thing. And you can fit about 10 tablespoons of coffee grounds into this little container. And I do have to say that's pretty impressive. So that's really, really impressive with this little guy right here. So we're gonna go ahead and close that up for right now and put that off to the side here. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is go ahead and get my MSR Pocket Rocket 2 fired up here. A review on this stove will come up a little bit later on. We're going to go ahead and fire this up. Gotta do it the other way. There we go. Oh yeah, oh that's hot. Yeah. Alright, so now what we want to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and fill the pot up with the water. There you go. That's a full 16.9 fluid ounces in there. We're going to go ahead and turn the heat down here just a little bit. Actually, no, this is good. We're going to go and set that right on top. It is 6:59. We're going to go ahead and let that warm up, let it come to a rolling boil, and then we'll let it sit for a few minutes, and then we'll add the coffee grounds and check out the coffee press. So stay with me, I'll be right back with you. Whoa! Whoa, you guys gotta see this. Look at this. Pot hasn't been sitting on the fire for that long. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. Sorry, let me move the lid. Look at that. There's already bubbles forming at the bottom of the pot. That is really awesome. So wow, that's pretty fast and pretty quick. So we'll go ahead and let that come to a rolling boil. And once it does, we'll bring you back and we'll show you how the coffee press works. Alright, check this out, guys. Check this out, guys and gals. Even with not having a lid, it came up to a rolling boil within less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That is pretty good, actually. That is not bad at all, whatsoever. I'm going to go and reposition the camera here just a little bit here for you. Again, my apologies for the graffiti, but you get used to it. Of course, I never get used to it, but because I don't like it when people do this to our parks like this. I mean, our parks are made for beauty, not for stupidity. Okay, so now what we're going to go ahead and do. Oh yeah, it's nice and hot. Okay, now what we're going to go ahead and do. Let it sit for a minute. Then what we're going to go ahead and do is pour our coffee grounds. Handle is hot, but it's not hot to the touch. As you may have noticed, I did have to put on a glove just to be on the safe side. I think it was because I had the heat up too high, but the water is still very, very warm. So let's see here. That's about right. I'm going to go and pour coffee grounds. Remember, this is 4 tablespoons of coffee. Right in there, just like that. Go ahead and let that sit for about 2 minutes. Some people that, when it comes to, they're doing reviews when it comes to like doing coffee and stuff like that. I've seen them do probably as long as I don't know, maybe as long as 3 minutes, but I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it is necessary in some cases, but not all the time. Ooh. Guys, just as of right now, as I'm just standing here talking to you all, I can already smell it, and it smells excellent. Now, also too, for this test, even though I'm going to be drinking out of the mugs that it does come with, I did also bring with me my Kliplika, so I can see just how much will fill up one of these, because this is what I usually take with me when I go on my camp house or overnight adventures. Alright, coffee looks good. Let's put the Kliplika aside. I'm going to go ahead and use the other one here. Okay, now we want to go and grab the coffee press. Let's go ahead and take the glove off. I don't think I need it. Nice and slow. Oops. Spilled some out just a little bit there. My fault. I went too fast. Went a little bit too fast. Okay, obviously it didn't go out down all the way, so I may have put a little too much grounds into it, but that's okay. Alright, let's get us a pour. Okay. Throw in a mixture of cream and sugar. There's still a good amount of coffee left in here. A few of the grounds got into the coffee, but I think it was because I went too fast and I also used too many grounds. Okay, now when you pick up the cup, it is hot to the touch. Still. Ooh, hot. Very hot, very hot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Trigger warning. Oh my God. Oh my God. The coffee is nice and hot, and it tastes excellent. I mean, this thing is dynamite. Even though it doesn't go down all the way, but like I said, I think it's because I put too much grounds into the coffee. Probably 3 tablespoons would have been more than enough for me. But still, I mean, this is just perfect. Now what would these mugs be used for? Obviously, in my case, am I definitely going to keep these on the coffee pot? Hell yes, that's definitely a no-brainer. These do work very well, keeping the heat insulated from your hands. Now as far, and plus two, there is 2 of them, so that means 1 for me and 1 for somebody else. If somebody else was with me, like my fiance, or even my parents, or a member of my family. Still checking the fire. Very good coffee. Now, one of the key features I absolutely do love about this, 2 of the key features, is that, is it 2 or 3? Darn it. Okay, let's do 3. So, 3 of the key features I absolutely love about this system. Obviously, you've got the French press and the pot all together. You've got a container, which you can not only use to carry water, but you can also carry your coffee in after you've made it. You got also the storage capacity, which allows you to carry not only 2 cups for 2 people, but also the ability to carry grounds on the lid, and that is very, very cool. So this is definitely something that I'm going to be using now in my bushcraft kit. This also includes this bushcraft kit is also my camping kit. Sorry, just checking the fire here a little bit. So this is definitely worth it. Need to stroke the fire a little bit more, so give me a moment. I'll be right back with you. We'll do final thoughts and the final test. That's with the Kaplika. Alright guys and gals, we got one more test to do, and that's with the Kaplika. Obviously I'm going to be finishing my coffee here, but lucky for me I always bring my coffee kit with me whenever I come out like this, so I'll definitely probably end up making another pot here. That is just fantastic though. Alright, so let's go ahead and try it with the Kaplika. See how much of the coffee we can get in there. Very nice. Look at how much is left in there. That is not bad whatsoever. That is a good amount of... There's only a little bit of coffee left, but that is still pretty good if you ask me. So that is still pretty good here. I'm going to go ahead and pop this back into my pot here. Then we'll test to see how long it stays warm. All right, very nice. All right, so let's talk final thoughts about this. For the Stanley coffee press combo, with not only the ability to carry coffee, but also to carry, I expected that. with not only the ability to carry coffee, but also the ability as well to carry water in the container. 1 out of 10, I definitely have to give this a 10. This is definitely the coolest and pretty much one of the awesomest kits I've seen Stanley come out with. And I do have to say, I do have to give a lot of credit to Stanley. I mean, they've been coming out with some pretty interesting gear. Obviously you saw if you've been following my channel for quite a while, you know that I have the Stanley medium cook pot, and that thing's been dynamite. And of course now I have this. Definitely worth the investment. Cost of this system was $50 at REI. I'm going to be I'll do some research and post a few links to post some links over to where you can find, or else you can find this particular coffee system if you're interested in it. And I'm also going to be posting links as well to Catch and Release, Wingman 115, and of course the Survival channel, so that way you can see their reviews and what their feelings is about this particular coffee system. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for joining me today. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, stay well, and take care of your family. More importantly, have fun out in the woods. Take care. Bye. I need another cup.